Welcome to our discussion on the future challenges and potential solutions in environmental ethics, a crucial field for our planet. Our goal today is to understand how we can navigate towards a sustainable and just future for all living beings. Let us begin by exploring why environmental ethics education holds such significant importance in today's rapidly changing world. It helps us understand human impact on the environment, guiding ethical decisions to mitigate harm effectively. You will also learn about the Sustainable Development Goals and their vital contribution to global conservation efforts. This education balances economic growth with ecological responsibility, ensuring a truly sustainable future for everyone. Furthermore, it helps us recognize how our personal and collective actions influence biodiversity and climate change. Now, let us examine the key areas where environmental ethics education is actively being applied and developed. The ultimate aim is to shape a sustainable mindset that permeates across all levels of society. One crucial area is within our schools and universities, laying the foundation for future generations. Here, we develop eco-conscious values early, preparing our students to become responsible future leaders. Another vital area is through corporate training programs, influencing business practices significantly. This training helps ensure sustainable corporate policies, effectively reducing their environmental footprint and impact. Finally, community awareness plays a crucial role in fostering environmental responsibility at the local level. These initiatives promote sustainable living and conservation practices through engaging public awareness campaigns. Despite its importance, environmental ethics education faces several significant challenges we must address. These represent crucial hurdles to effectively fostering a widespread sense of environmental responsibility. One major challenge is the prevailing lack of priority given to environmental education in many systems. Unfortunately, many school systems often overlook crucial environmental topics in their standard curricula. Consequently, environmental education is not sufficiently emphasized within existing educational frameworks. We also encounter significant corporate resistance when promoting sustainable practices and training. Many businesses, unfortunately, continue to prioritize short-term profits over long-term sustainability goals. They often resist implementing comprehensive sustainability training efforts for their employees. The spread of misinformation presents another significant obstacle to effective environmental education. Some companies deliberately spread false environmental claims, confusing the public and hindering progress. This practice, known as greenwashing, significantly misleads public perception of environmental efforts. Finally, limited access to environmental education remains a critical challenge, especially globally. Many developing countries particularly lack the necessary resources for robust environmental programs. As a result, numerous communities simply cannot access essential environmental ethics education. Let's now turn our attention to the ethical issues surrounding geoengineering and genetically modified organisms. The key here is finding the right balance between technological innovation and our ethical responsibility. We begin by looking at geoengineering interventions, which are large-scale attempts to modify our climate. These involve large-scale interventions in the Earth's climate system to counteract global warming. However, such interventions raise serious concerns about potential unintended environmental consequences globally. They also bring up questions of global control and the potential for moral hazard in climate action. Next, we consider genetically modified organisms or GMOs and their ethical implications. GMOs involve artificially altering DNA to introduce or enhance specific beneficial traits. Ethical concerns include potential health risks and the significant impact on biodiversity. We also face issues of corporate control over seeds and consumer choice regarding food sources. Now, let us discuss ethical concerns that arise even within seemingly green technologies themselves. These are the hidden costs and dilemmas inherent in many of our sustainable solutions. First, consider renewable energy, a cornerstone of our sustainable future, yet not without its issues. For instance, mining for rare metals used in batteries often damages fragile ecosystems significantly. Large-scale projects can lead to land use conflicts, potentially displacing local communities. Furthermore, there are concerns about energy inequality, creating disparities between different nations. Next, let's look at artificial intelligence, or AI, applied to climate solutions. Using AI for environmental monitoring raises significant data privacy issues for individuals. Bias in AI models can also inadvertently affect environmental policy decisions unfairly. Finally, the automation driven by AI could lead to potential job displacement in various sectors. Let's now explore practical solutions for ensuring the ethical use of these emerging technologies. These solutions aim to guide responsible innovation and implementation, balancing progress with principles. First, we need strong regulatory oversight from governments to ensure responsible technological development. Governments must implement strict regulations for new technologies to prevent potential misuse and harm. Second, transparent research is essential, fostering openness and public trust in innovation. Scientists have a responsibility to openly discuss both the risks and benefits of new technologies. Third, promoting environmental justice ensures equitable access to clean technology for all communities. We must work to ensure equitable access to clean technology and its benefits globally. Fourth, adopting sustainable production practices is vital to minimize ethical concerns in resource extraction. This means actively reducing ethical concerns associated with resource extraction and manufacturing processes. Finally, ethical AI development is crucial to avoid bias and promote fairness in its applications. It is essential to design AI systems that avoid bias and actively promote fairness for everyone. Let us now explore the indispensable role of NGOs in promoting environmental ethics and action. These organizations are crucial in driving positive change through their advocacy and direct actions. NGOs are highly effective in advocacy and influencing policy decisions at various levels. They actively lobby governments to implement stronger environmental regulations and protections. NGOs also consistently push for increased corporate accountability regarding environmental impacts. Their conservation efforts are vital for protecting our planet's precious natural resources and wildlife. They work tirelessly to protect endangered species and their critical habitats worldwide. NGOs also actively engage in restoring damaged natural ecosystems to their healthy states. Many NGOs are at the forefront of climate action, driving initiatives for a greener future. They vigorously promote the adoption of clean energy solutions and technologies globally. Additionally, NGOs play a critical role in raising public awareness about climate change. Lastly, NGOs champion environmental justice, ensuring fairness for all communities. They provide essential aid and support to communities affected by climate disasters. NGOs also work to ensure fair environmental policies for all vulnerable communities. Now, let us consider the powerful and essential role of grassroots movements in environmental ethics. These community-led conservation efforts are crucial for protecting valuable local resources and ecosystems. Through public protests, they hold both corporations and governments accountable for environmental impacts. Grassroots movements also significantly contribute to environmental education and awareness at the local level. Finally, let's consider how we can cultivate a widespread culture of environmental responsibility. This begins with our personal choices, influencing our daily habits and consumption. It extends to community action, fostering local initiatives and collective efforts. Policy influence is also critical, shaping governmental decisions and regulations effectively. Corporate accountability ensures businesses operate ethically and sustainably for the environment. And, of course, ongoing education and awareness remain fundamental to this cultural shift. To conclude, let us quickly recap the key takeaways from our discussion today. These are the essential points and key takeaways that you should remember going forward. Remember that education is absolutely crucial for fostering strong environmental ethics and sustainability. Emerging technologies demand careful ethical oversight and transparent development to prevent harm. NGOs and grassroots movements effectively drive accountability and inspire community action. Environmental responsibility requires both our personal choices and supportive societal policies. Finally, we must collaborate across all sectors for a truly just and sustainable future.